Alright, g'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now this is something that I've had in the works for a couple of years now. Probably just before COVID hit, I'd come up with the name Drivin With Dixon, and this was the whole reason I named the channel Drivin With Dixon. And it's a video I did with Travis Boak, and it's a bit of a podcast in a car sort of thing. So this is a bit of an intro to that video. So this is pretty much it. So let me know what you think. I'm going to do a couple more, and hopefully we can build this into something that's a little bit more exciting, and get some serious guests on the show. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Leave a comment, like, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright guys, so something a little bit different. There's something I've been thinking of for a little while. It's, I'm thinking of calling it Drivin With Dixon. Now it's a little bit similar to a podcast in a car. And the car I'm in right now is a GTC4Lusso that I've borrowed from Richmond. So they've helped me out again here. So it's a V8 twin turbo. It's a totally different car to like what you think of when you look at a Ferrari, but it's one of my favorites, and I'm just super pumped I get a chance to be able to drive it. And also going to pick up Travis Boak right now, and we're just going to go for a drive and go for a chat and see what his sort of car stories are and all that sort of stuff, and also what he's been doing in his time off. So let's do it. I'm going to go see him now.
So man.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm at the bus. I'm at the training now.
All right, cool. Well, I'm about to roll in, so I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, is that in there? Of course it is. Do I just say Ferrari? What is that? I said Ferrari as well. Holy shit! Yes. Have a look at this. I just said, oh, if he's rolling in some sort of Ferrari, and then you pull it out of the corner. Mate, how good's this? Yeah, fuck it. Woo! Oh, wow.
Good, bro?
I'm good, man. How nice is this? Oh, shit. Oh.
That's your seatbelt.
Hey, what's up? Alright.
Alright, now you can put your chair back a little bit if you want, or if you're sweet, it's on the side.
How do you do this?
Side there.
Oh, yeah. Man, these are comfy seats, eh?
How good are they? Even I fit in this.
Plenty of leg room.
It's awesome, mate.
I reckon you should buy one of these, man.
You reckon?
One of your 15 cars?
One of my 15. Geez, this would be one of my 15 cars. Not if all of them couldn't even. If I sold all of them, I couldn't get anywhere near this one.
Quarter of the price?
Oh, a brand new one probably. What are we doing? There we go.
You know how to drive it?
Not really. Anyway, what was your first car? This is going to talk about cars, because like this is what I do, and this is what people.
Maybe this is like a lesson for me. You can teach me a little bit about cars.
Teach you a little bit. I
mean,
got
no idea.
Also, like I've decided, like this is a trial run basically. So this is the first run. So feel privileged.
Oh mate, I'm privileged, man. I'm getting picked up in a $360,000 car. First on your channel.
Yeah, so I'm going to call it something like Drivin With Dixon.
Drivin With Dixon. Yeah. All right, and I'm first off the rank.
First off the rank.
I better have some good stories about cars then. I'm not going to give anyone too much insight into much knowledge about cars, but I've got some stories.
That's not what it's about. It's about the stories, about the journey, mate. It's about the experience.
Yeah. My first car. So I got it when I was in year 12. I reckon I got it after my 18th birthday. Not long after. So mum chipped in. Yeah. Helped me out, and then I paid her back. But it was a Holden Bellina.
Bellina.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't like stock Holden Commodore. I was up a little level. I was up a level. So I was like, I felt like a bit of a don driving around in a Bellina. Had a bit of luxury.
Nice. Leather?
No, it wasn't quite leather. It was like one under the that level, so it was still.
Fair enough.
Still semi. I think it was about $5,000. So back then was that was a lot of money. Certainly for me, I didn't have $5,000.
What year was that?
Helped me. That was 2006.
2006.
Yeah, so
okay.
I think it was $5,000. It was about $5,000, and paid mum back. But yeah, Holden Bellino got it halfway, because I'm August 1st, so I was sort of like back end of school. So everyone else was driving to school. Which you sort of get a bit jealous of when you turn 18. You just want your car and drive to school on your own. But so August got me car and driving to school, and the Bellino was pretty happy about it, man. But
that's it. Well, I started in a VT Commodore as well.
Yeah, okay.
So like, but it was a wagon.
Yep.
But same sort of thing. But like, I didn't get to drive to school because like I was September.
Oh no!
I missed out in driving to school.
So didn't get to roll into school.
Didn't
like
get
a boss.
to roll into school as in like all the other kids were doing. But that's just what we did. What I didn't get to do. But anyway, all my mates had cars and they were driving me to school, so that was just as cool.
Commodore's a bit of a common first car, I reckon.
I reckon it is, because they're durable and like they're cheap to fix, and like there's no problem with them at all. But yeah,
I reckon I had mine so I moved over here in 07.
Yeah.
And then 08. So at the end of 07, so I made a deal with my manager, right? At the end of 07, it might have been, it was 07 or 08, I can't remember.
Yeah.
If I finished in the top 10 in the best and fairest, I was allowed to buy a Territory. So when I was growing up, all I wanted was a Ford Territory, because everyone in Geelong had them, and I was like, these cars are so cool, and I love four-wheel drives. And I made a deal with my manager that if I finished in the top 10, I'm allowed to buy a Territory. And I finished 10th. And I don't know if it was 07 or 08, I can't remember. So I only had the car for a few years, but sold it, and then it got in the Territory, which was nice.
Got in the Territory.
In the gear too, so like top end again.
Top.
Yeah.
Good gear.
That had the leather seats.
That had the leather seats. Yeah, I remember that. But you can't give those cars away now.
Oh mate, every man and their dog had a Territory in Geelong. Like it was the thing.
No, exactly.
So all I wanted was a four-wheel drive, and Territory was the one. It's a black one of them.
How long did you have the Territory for?
Had the Territory for probably only 2 years. Because then, I was fortunate enough to get a car given to me after that.
Of course you were.
So that was only a couple of years. So I basically sold it for what I bought it for to one of our development coaches at the time. So, so it worked out well.
Oh, that's all right then. Not like me. I'd never make money or break even on cars ever.
What about all the ones you're doing up now? What are you going to do with all them?
I got pretty close to one of the F trucks of what I paid. Oh, I did alright out of one of those F trucks actually. Yeah. But they're coming on, but they're going to cost me more money.
Yeah, okay. But it's a part of the experience.
Oh, exactly.
Like, it up. You can't pay for
it's the journey,
the joy that it gives you, man.
Absolutely. And but yeah, all right. Did you crash any one of those cars?
Did I crash? So I've got a couple of incident stories. Like nothing major. My first one was pretty funny actually. So I had the Bellino over. I got it shipped over. I reckon it come over on a train or something. I didn't drive it over. They got trained it over. And I reckon it was my second day at the club. Right, so I've just got drafted. Second day at the club. We go down to do beach recovery down at like Grange. So Grange Jetty Cafe. So in there. And so I parked in there, like 45-degree sort of park. And I don't know if Robbie or one of the other boys might have been in the car. And everyone was there for beach recovery. So the whole playing group, we just got out, jumped in the car, went to reverse out. And I didn't really look, and I've sort of gone out pretty quick. And there was a little island there, and I had a keep left sign.
Oh no!
Bang! Straight over the keep left sign in the wheel arch of the car. And I like heard it bang, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" I didn't have any idea, and I thought, I think I'll just sort of like run over something, or like just hit the island. So I went to like floor it to like try and reverse out, and there was just smoke going everywhere. Like I couldn't get out of it because it was just stuck in the wheel arch, and there was just smoke going up everywhere, and like everyone was looking at me, and I'm like, oh no! All the boys come out. I reckon like Peter Burgoyne come over, Wilbur come over, and like, I'm just standing there going, oh my god! I like 18-year-old. 19-year-old, second day at the club, and then we got all these boys like, oh my god! And then I reckon Wilbur and Peter and a couple others just lifted the car up off the sign and away from there. So it didn't really do any damage. But mate, it was that embarrassing.
That was in the territory?
No, that was in the Ballina.
In the Ballina?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my first sort of real accident in a way, incident in a way. But oh mate, I was so embarrassed.
That's not even an accident. I mean,
not really, man. I've been pretty good. Like the other one in
touch wood though.
Yeah.
I
know. I don't want any major ones.
All mine are just like me being dumb in cars.
What have you done? Anything big?
Oh, like I caused a fair bit of damage on one of my dad's cars. Like they were away. It was like a bit of a cyclone happening in Cairns, and like I'd had my license not long.
Yep.
And they all went away for they all went away to this concert in Sydney. Meanwhile, there's a Category 4 cyclone coming through, and they've left all the kids, all like, because my auntie and uncle and their 2 kids live down the road from us, so we were just all like locked up in one house together, having the best time of our lives.
I'm sure we were.
And anyway, and like we'd just been forward driving in one of Dad's other cars, and I was like, I'll go get the gurney off a mate, and we'll give it a clean, the pressure washer.
Yeah.
And so I've gone to like go get it in like Dad's Falcon, like BA Falcon, and like it's wet, and I'm just like cruising around, like drifting around corners and stuff like that. And I come around, there's a big like hairpin like in Redledge Valley, like where we live, and like I've just booted it around there, and it's like I've completely lost it, and I've just hit the brakes, and I've gone straight into like this bush, and there was one single palm tree there, and like the left-hand wheel, because it was full opposite lock, hit that and like snapped and like ripped out, and like so it was like kind of a big deal.
Oh, what?
And like couldn't move the car. I was like 17, just got my license. So, and like,
so you think you're a gun driver at this stage?
Absolutely.
So nothing's changed.
It was just like, oh, what the hell? I think it might have even been 16.
Yeah, okay.
And like, probably 17. And like I just ruined this sort of like the front end of the car, and then all the steering was all buggered, and it was just like I'm sitting there and I'm bawling my eyes out as this little kid ringing Dad there in Sydney, and I'm like, I've crashed the car. What were you doing? Nothing. I just lost it, and I like flung out, and it's just like,
did you cut you off at air or what?
Oh yeah, like they knew what I was doing.
Don't leave me alone with the car.
Exactly. And then I think the other ones that weren't too bad. They were my own car.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing too crazy.
Just pushing the limits, man. And you know, I've never changed a tyre in my car. Never. I wouldn't have any idea how to do it.
Travis.
Maybe that's something you can teach me. Can you put something on your channel to like teach people how to change a tyre? Because I need that.
I might get you on there just to do it. Let's hope we don't get one in this, because there's no way I'll be touching anything on this.
Alright, straight on the phone, man. That's all I've ever done.
Trav, mate, come on, mate.
No, I've got no idea with cars, man.
Well, all you got to do is just give me a ring.
I might call you instead.
I'll come and help you out.
What's your fee though? Like, is it going to be cheap?
It'll be cheap, mate.
Alright, sweet.
It'll be a box of Rogers and some Red Bulls, maybe.
Alright, sweet. We can work that out.
If you don't know, everyone, Trav's got an underwear and clothing, basically.
Yeah, well, we've got t-shirts at the moment. We're hopefully going to more clothing coming up.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. I'm going to start bringing out my own t-shirts and stuff as well.
Yeah, right.
Got to come up with a name. I've come up with a sort of bit of a name, but
as part of
my channel.
YouTube channel. Yeah, I like it. You got to have some clothing people can rep with it.
Yeah, so hopefully that comes along, but that's a work in progress. As it always is, it's never just something that can just happen.
You're a full entrepreneur now, aren't you?
I've just been following your footsteps,
Not my lead, mate. I think we're all following Robbie.
Yeah, exactly. Robbie and Cass, those guys are bloody flat out. But But and tell me, you met Daniel Ricciardo?
Yes.
Over in the States.
Yeah, me and Ollie.
And I flew in 2 days later.
You just missed it, mate.
I remember seeing the photo on Instagram, and I was filthy. I was just like, this is bullshit.
That's the first thing we said. So a good mate of mine is a photographer, is good friends with Dan Ricciardo, and we were staying with Corey. Corey Wilson. We were staying with him at the time, and we're like, let's go for dinner. And Ricciardo's here. I think he's got a house in LA,
of course he does.
Which doesn't surprise me. He's like, let's go for dinner. So we'll go down to I think we went to Santa Monica somewhere for dinner. It was like a steak joint, a little wine bar or something. And went out for dinner there. Had a bit of a chat with him there. It was a good dude. He's quite bubbly, like very, very friendly, and just a ripping guy. But me and Ollie were there and just had a bit of Bit of yarn to him. I think he loves his West Coast Eagles as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's done a bit of stuff with Nat Nui.
Yeah.
He's super jealous about.
Loves his footy, but yeah, ripping dude. But I didn't know anything about F1. Obviously didn't know anything about cars, and we just had a good chat. And they were racing in. Where were they racing? Not long after that. Somewhere. Austin.
So the Austin Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So when we flew in, and
which we were going to go to.
Which we were going to go to, but then Corey. He got in a bit of a. They were like.
He got a dust up in
wrestling.
Yeah, just with a mate, I reckon,
just
too, and tore his whole pec.
So that put an end to our.
So we couldn't go to that.
We couldn't go to the Austin Grand Prix, which was like literally broke my heart because I was just like, oh man. And it's like, yeah, we'll get to go to the after parties. We'll get to go like this. We'll hang out with Ricciardo. We'll just like hang out, you know. Like, I'm just like sitting there, oh my god, this is going to be the best thing ever. So I'm going to get cowboy boots, a hat. This is in Austin. I'm going to get full kitted. I've got to do it. It's going to be unbelievable.
I reckon we go to Monte Carlo instead.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What time is that one on?
I don't know.
No idea.
Probably in the middle of. I think it's probably in the smack bang in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, wouldn't mind going to a Grand Prix though. I went to the Melbourne one once when we were sponsored by Renault.
Yeah.
But didn't really do it properly. Like, I was just sort of we're in and out. I was with Kenny, so we didn't really do too much.
You with Kenny?
Well, we went there for Renault.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was captain coach at the time, and yeah, so we didn't really do too much. So we couldn't really experience the full
whack
pleasures that the F1 Grand Prix gives you during that time. So I reckon it was like a week before round one. Have you ever done a Grand Prix at all?
Never done a Grand Prix. I've only done like Adelaide.
The V8s and that.
The V8s and all that stuff, and the GC600 or whatever it was then.
Yeah.
My home slice is probably going to try a race this year in his XR6 Turbo. But
please, mate.
He'd probably beat us.
Really?
Maybe.
Or he wants in. He's rolling.
He's rolling forward. You reckon? Just flicking switches and stuff.
Put it on manual.
Manual. You reckon?
No, I'm not telling you to do anything, bro. I got no idea.
Oh, that's funny. But no.
Have you ever been in V8 supercar?
I've been in one. I've done a hot lap in one of them.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Did a test day out with Techno Motorsports one day when I was on the Gold Coast, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. And
oh, look at him go in his XR6. Oh, he's just got you done.
I'm not even
That's
trying.
That's twice
mate.
now. Slowly got you done, and now this bloke in XR.
Whatever, mate. Whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you just gotta let those blokes go. This isn't my car. I'm not doing anything crazy, alright?
He just that was the thrill of his life, man.
Exactly.
Getting a Ferrari.
You can go and tell all his mates that he got a GTC4Lusso beat.
And we'll just stick to the speed limit.
And we'll just stick to the speed limit.
Follow the rules.
I just wanted to see if he'd go if I gave it that a little bit, and he did.
Yeah.
Right? And I got him, so I got that over.
You teased him into it, man.
Exactly. But I done a couple hot laps, and then. But one of the ones was amazing that I did was in a Honda Civic up at the Bend. It was wet as. Yeah. And this thing was just on rails. It was unbelievable. I've never experienced anything like it.
Yeah.
But so it was awesome. But that's sort of all I've done in hot laps.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, like I was out at the Bend yesterday, and I did with Tourism SA. Yeah. And like you said, I got done by Rory. We were doing.
Sloney can't even drive.
He was actually very smooth. All right. And you asked the guys up there. He was not a bad driver. And but yeah, so that was we were in the little Clubman and the little 4-cylinder manuals, and both had to take our shoes off to drive in them because it's a bit easier. But I was crammed in there, and I just think my car was slower. But no, but he got me done. But then we went in the go-karts, and I came third in the go-karts, so that wasn't too bad. Okay. But who
do you reckon would win a race at the club, go-karts, if we all raced?
I don't know. I reckon
you'd take it out or not?
No, I'm too heavy. I need to have like that little bit. You need to make them even.
Yeah,
I reckon. But
bit of weight adjustment. Is that what they call it?
Powder weight. I hear Darcy Byrne-Jones isn't too bad because he's light, he's small, and he sort of can drive alright. You know.
Yeah, okay.
But I was talking.
Well, tell you he would drive.
Yeah, well that's it.
Man, going fast is actually like the adrenaline you get is
It's addictive,
nuts.
bro.
Like, I mean, when we were with the V8s, I was sweating so much, like I was so scared. And Whincup was driving with the one I went in. And,
yeah.
And you don't really speak because you can't hear anything.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting like this. The whole time, man. I was so scared, but it was just like the best feeling when you get out. I was like shaking, man. My hands were like going nuts. But it's, I know why. I get why you like cars, man. It's like, that's fun.
Oh, mate, and like never thought I'd be able to like drive something like this as well.
Yeah.
Like these things are just like next level. Like compared to like anything that I've got, is just like, I mean, they bloody want to be for the price, right? But like this thing's. Like, you put this thing on a racetrack, it'd be unbelievable. But like, we're cruising in 7th gear right now, doing like 50 Ks, and it just feels like a normal car.
Yeah.
But,
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I reckon the best car I've ever been in, like I've ever driven, would have been like the G-Wagon. For sure. Well, you drove one.
The one that we had in LA.
In LA. Well, you drove that one. That was pretty cool driving around in that.
Yeah,
I didn't want to drive in LA. Like, I don't know how you did it. You're just like, I'll take the keys.
Oh, that's what I was like.
That was a sick one. That was white with black.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was...
Took us 4 hours to get to San Diego.
4 hours to get to San Diego.
An hour and a half to get back.
Hour and a half on the way back. Jeez, we weren't stopping. We were flying.
That was...
So we were like, we've got to go to... We're going to... So we got to LA. We did like this night trip.
Yep.
And we were cruising around LA for a bit, and we're like, we got tickets. Nike had organised tickets for us to Golden State Warriors
and
LA.
Yep.
This is before LeBron, but this is when Steph Curry and all, KD and all that were there, and we're like, we may as well hire a car and just drive down there.
Well, it was meant to be at Staples Center.
That's right, it was, and they moved it down.
And we're meant to be in like a corporate box and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're like pumped.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're like, all right, let's hire a car. And then we're all like looking online, and everyone's just like looking at ranges and all that sort of stuff. And we're like, nah, let's get a G-Wagon, bugger it. Let's get.
Probably, man. If we're going that far. That was nice.
Wowee.
Where's the bloody XR6 now?
That's the first bit we've actually given it.
Oh no, that took off, man.
Anyway, so yeah, we're like, all right, let's get a G-Wagon. This company, they get it. They bring the car to your hotel where you're staying, and we're like, there's this white G-Wagon, we're like red interior. We're just like, holy shit!
Oh man!
And like, we thought we were balling, and like, so we jumped in this car and we're like, yeah, all right, we're running a little bit late. Let's just fang it straight down there. Yeah, done. Get in there, bumper to bumper traffic, and there's five big blokes in this G-Wagon.
It's small,
and they're not big in there, are they?
It's like they're really skinny.
And like, so
I was in the front though. Like, I was fine.
And I was driving, but I had to be like really, like I was jammed up. So like we were in the car for 4 or 5 hours.
We went 4 hours down to San Diego.
Down to San Diego, and but anyway, and then we went down to the basketball, and then they handed us our tickets and it said courtside.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
And we were sitting on courtside, and we were taking photos, selfies, and all the other boys who didn't come with us to LA, they were in Vancouver.
Yes.
And they were spewing.
And Robbie had to fly back home.
That's right, he flew back.
And he was on the Nike trip, and obviously he loves the Lakers, he loves basketball. And first picture I sent was to Robbie, hey man, we're just sitting courtside Lakers. And he was
like,
filthy.
Exactly, and then we're getting like, you're getting photos sent to your snaps of like you on ESPN, like the back of our heads and stuff like that, watching. It was unbelievable.
And like they played their whole team. KD and Curry and Draymond.
Everyone, like it is something that you have to do, I reckon. If you love sport and love basketball, like one time, you give yourself one time to sit courtside.
I reckon like it doesn't matter what arena too. Like I reckon just to actually get a feel for the basketball.
Absolutely.
I mean like Madison Square Garden or Staples Center or something would be the best, but
that's definitely something you have to do because it was wild. And like you actually interact with like some of the players sometimes as well. They come and they just like start talking, and like it was just like, hi man, hi.
Yeah. Well, that dude, I don't know, it was like a young guy. He's like come over and he just hit a three. He's like, I'm starting to heat up, boys. And then I reckon Curtis, who was at Nike, he looks after us. The ball come over and he grabbed it and threw it back. And the ref come over and goes, oh man, you got handles. So what these dudes are talking to us. It's sweet.
It was such an awesome experience. But then like it was like 11:30, 12 or something when we sort of got out of there. And then we're like, let's just get home. Everyone was buggered. We're sitting on the sitting on the motorway and I'm doing like 80 mile an hour, and like cars are going past me, and I was just like, no, screw this. And I was just like, I'm sitting on 100 mile an hour plus, doing like 170 kilometers an hour, and just like cruising, and there was still cars going past me.
It's crazy.
And then everyone's like, I'm sitting there like wide-eyed. Everyone's like, "You're right, Dicko, you need to swap." And I'm like, "Nah,
No way.
nah, I'm good."
But it didn't even feel like we're going that though. Like we're just cruising, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, we were just sort of humming along, but it was awesome.
Was it the next night did we go for dinner and we're cruising through? I reckon we're coming through like, I don't know if it was like Hollywood or Beverly Hills.
West Hollywood or something like that.
And we go to pull up at the lights. So it's like, tinted our windows. Well, they were pretty dark, weren't they? I don't reckon you could sort of see in. So it was like,
well, you couldn't
driving.
see the back ones. The front ones were definitely like lighter than the back ones.
So you were driving, I was sitting in the passenger seat. I was on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And like, you just cruise along in your lane, and this car starts like
swerving at us,
swerving over, trying to like run you off the road. And we're like, what the hell's going on here? And
we were about to hang out the window and start spraying these people, like typical Australians, like, what are you doing, you bug? And then like, we're like just about to start spraying, and then like they put the window down, there's these two hot chicks.
And they just stop at the lights.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, what's your number?
Yeah.
What? So I jump out of the car, write down my number, and give my number. And then bloody Curtis
puts the window down the back, and they're there's more of you. They took off. It was bloody hilarious.
Typical bloody LA though. Like, you drive around in a G-Wagon.
You think you're someone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was, but that was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good laugh.
Yeah.
But then I got to drive one. So I was lucky enough to get a black one from Mercedes. They had one, because they don't have many here in Adelaide.
No.
And they had one, so I had it for a weekend. Well, I was meant to get it for a weekend, and I was just driving home, and that many people like staring at the car and stuff. It's nuts. But that was the first time I've ever been in a V8, like, and I was like, oh, now I know why people love it so much. Like the noise and the sound, the vibration, sitting at the lights. I was like, this is so good.
Exactly, and like those things are wildly loud.
Yeah,
they are just crazy
and
loud.
you can turn that exhaust button on.
Yeah,
I was sending that straight up. But that was pretty cool. I was meant to have it for the weekend, and I reckon I had it for 4 or 5 hours, and it got sold. And
yeah, that's
back.
right.
I was spewing.
Remember how flat you were with that?
But that was that was fun. Fun driving in that for a little bit. But.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I reckon I won't keep you too much longer, mate. That's we've got heaps there.
Appreciate you picking me up in this beautiful car, mate.
No worries, mate. We've got to give it a little
we had a little
nudge.
A little nudge, but I rate you driving. You've done well.
Well, we've just been cruising around.
We haven't crashed, so we're
good.
Exactly.
Well, one day we'll have to get you back, and next time I'll get you back out on the bend where we can actually drive one of these things.
Where you're 0 and 1. Hey? Where you're 0 and 1, so I have a chance, I have a chance to get you done.
Exactly right. So we'll get out there and we'll sort out. But there you go. That's episode 1 of Drivin With Dixon. There you go. Thank you very much to Travis Boak.
Thanks for having me, mate.
And Richmond's also for giving me the car, and such short notice. I had a 488 lined up, but something fell through, and then I had to scramble and try to find something. Found this car. It's actually one of my favourite Ferraris, so I'm super pumped. And so massive thanks to them again, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.